Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp. Today we're going to look at 10 games covering a variety of genres.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at our favourite games for 5 different genres. The 5 genres we're going to cover in this video are platformers, racing games, open world adventure games. I nearly got there. What were the other two?
Having a clue.
RPGs and, I'm not looking at my list,
Horse riding games.
beat 'em ups.
Oh.
That's next time.
Let's start with the racing genre then. So the first one for me and my favourite on the Nintendo Switch is by far Grid. Now this was originally released back in the day and then remastered, and the Switch sees a very good version of the
Yeah,
game.
absolutely.
They've done an excellent job with the port here. What's also nice is that they've now added multiplayer. It's also great that they were planning on adding online to the game. I mean, it's nice to see that done. Whether or not people are going to be playing it on the Nintendo Online, hopefully you'd think they would be, because it's one of those niche genres,
Yeah.
and it's the best one probably on Switch.
Having the option when it comes is always good though, isn't it?
Options are great.
Right, my one then would be Horizon Chase Turbo, and this is what I love. Such different games.
Completely.
Mine's a complete arcadey racer, very much like Outrun or Top Gear on the Super Nintendo would be the best comparison. I love the low poly art style.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
love the music tracks. It's like transporting you right back to the 80s.
It's very cool.
It's like Miami Vice, isn't it? But this is such a cool racer, and it helps that I'm actually quite good at it. That's always nice.
You're all right.
Want to see the leaderboard? I might flash it up.
Leaderboards? I don't think it has one. I didn't check. Right, let's move on quick.
Right, next up then for the platforming genre, I want to give an honourable mention because this one came so close, and this
Okay.
is a game called Pankapu.
Oh, the old
Which-
classic.
Oh, it's a classic. It's such a good game. It's on the eShop. A lovely hand-drawn art style. It doesn't get enough love, so I just want to give it a quick shout out. But my pick, my favourite, is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, this is a game that was obviously on the Wii U as well. I love the Country series over the years. I will say the two more recent ones haven't quite, for me, captured the magic of the rare originals, but they do a bloody good job of coming close. And this one is my favourite of the two. The only thing for me that I need to see them do, if there's ever a third game, is bring the Kremlins back. You know, the old baddies. The little like crocodile things.
These aren't gremlins, are they?
No,
They're different.
They're Kremlins. They're
Oh, okay.
totally different.
So my one has to be Rayman Legends. Like, Glen recommended this and I thought, yeah, it looks all right. Amazing game and brilliant as well. Another one if you've got kids, because you can, when they die, well, they invariably die all the time, they just float around so they still think they're alive.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and you can just carry on. You're like, yeah, you're doing well, and they're just a little balloon floating by your head. Brilliant game, lovely art style, and it would be nice to see a sequel for that little
It would be nice.
number.
What I'll say about that as well, I've said this before, is that I love how much of a risk Ubisoft took
Yeah.
with the Rayman games. I wish Nintendo would do the same with Mario.
We're going to look at open world adventure games now. Probably my favourite genre across every platform. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance at the moment on PC. My goodness, that game's amazing. So today it has to be for me The Witcher. It's got to be, or The Switcher if you want to go. It's a bit cringe that, isn't it? But yeah, The Witcher is an amazing game, and I love that CD Projekt Red are putting the time into updating it with patches. Go check out our patch video on that one. I would love, right, this is another one of those far-fetched wishes. Wouldn't it be amazing if they managed to bring Cyberpunk over?
Yeah.
Keanu and all.
That would be very cool. Right, my pick for this one, I'll be honest, this is not a genre that I play a huge amount of, because I end up just getting kind of lost in the wilderness, and that's you never see me again. But it'd probably be Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I'd have to say that would be my one. Just for that, I mean, I love the art style first and foremost. It looked lovely. We have talked about the land before and how it is quite sparse, but it does bring its own beauty because of
Yeah.
it, you know. I liked the idea of the shrines and the Korok Seas. I thought they were a very clever way of keeping exploration interesting. I do wish there were dungeons. I
Yeah.
do wish that you didn't have to repair, or that your weapons didn't damage quite so easily.
Yeah.
But irrespective of that, a fantastic game.
Can you imagine if that was like real life? It'd be ridiculous, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? If you use a pencil, it breaks instantly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I like fantastical things to say fantastical.
Yeah.
I don't like as much realism in them at
Yeah.
times, but still a wonderful game. Right, next genre then, probably one of my favourites, I've got to be honest. This is the beat 'em up genre, and there were so many I could have picked for this one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was only one I could have picked, do you know what I mean? And my pick is River City Girls. Now, I did a review of this, gave it a very high score. We'll put the link to it in the top pinned comment. A great game. It's a great reimagining of a classic series.
Yeah.
Brings that series, the River City Ransom series, up to date very nicely. Has a wonderful art style. I really do appreciate it. Great fun in co-op. And it's just a very colourful, fun game.
Yeah, those titles have just got a real cool about them, haven't
They
they?
have,
They've
yeah.
got like a style and a class.
Well, that's, I mean, over here in the UK, River City was actually called Street Games. So they had that kind of vibe about them, do you know what I mean? But yeah, great game.
For me, it would actually be Castle Crashers, and this was not one I'd played. I know it was for an Xbox Studio game that came across.
Yes, yeah, it was on Xbox Live.
And then you reviewed it, and we played quite a bit of that together, and I thought it's just an excellent game, really enjoyable. Probably not the most advanced by today's standards, but beat 'em ups aren't supposed to be,
No,
are they? They're just
absolutely.
about having a lot of fun and mashing those buttons. So yeah, I really enjoyed Castle Crashers.
Yeah,
It's a
very good game. Very good game.
Okay, we're going to look at those RPG grades now, so our best picks. And for me, it's a difficult one actually, but I'm going to go for Dragon Quest XI's. And for me, my main gripe with the game was the music by, I think it's Sugiyama, who's been working on the series since 1986. It just felt, I know it has to be the same, but it was too the same.
Okay.
It felt like someone who was just stuck in their ways. So I'd love to see them update the music. And actually, I found out from one of you guys that you can change the music in the game when you're in the open world. There's a free download that you can get to give it the music from number 8.
Oh, okay.
And that was far better and less repetitive.
Right.
So that's an option. But overall, a brilliant game. Very dated in its style, I have to say. I think if you were a modern gamer coming to this, you might be like, what's all the fuss about? But actually, if you've got a nostalgia for the classics, it follows a formula.
Yeah.
And if you love that formula, you're going to have a great time with it.
Mine actually, it's funny, isn't it? Because as a kid, I didn't know that RPGs could be anything but turn-based.
Yeah.
That's what RPG meant to me.
Yeah.
But as I've grown older, I don't have as much patience for turn-based games. So mine is actually Ease 8, which is obviously an ARPG.
Yeah.
And it's funny how your tastes change. I love this game. Like I know we've mentioned it a few times, so I won't ramble on too much. But I do love the idea of washing up on an island, having to explore, having to open up parts of said island, find crew members who then bring their respective jobs to the party. Just a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed it. Lovely, so that's our first 10 games from 5 genres. Please do let us know which 5 you'd like us to cover next, and that will be a video in the near future.
A big thanks to everyone who watches the channel. And as always, for all things Switch, all the time,
Keep it switch up.
see ya!
That's what you want. Uniformity. Although I've got Frankenstein's once, so you've got
A dog.
Poochie.
Poochie. That's not Poochie, mate. That's
His little arm.
What was that? Beethoven. You remember it from the 90s? That
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Beethoven.
Completely different dog breed, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Don't worry about it.
Totally different. Right, racing games.
Nice one. A big thanks to all the new subscribers we've had on the channel, and just got distracted by that tree.
Frozen in
Just got
time.
distracted by that tree right there.
I can't see a tree. Oh, that tree, yeah.
Looks like a giant Christmas tree.
Lovely.
Next.
That's it.
Are you having a laugh?
No.
Destroyed it. That was my Terminator.
Oh, look like Peter Crouch.
Oh, he does do that, doesn't he? Don't put Peter Crouchy on the screen doing the robot. A big thanks to everyone who watches the channel, and as always, for all things Switch.